First, the headlines. Prime Minister says no power can defeat us as long as we are sticking to our ideology. National Assembly has passed the Finance Bill 2020, giving legal effect to the budgetary proposals for the next fiscal year. Special Assistant on Poverty Alleviation says the government, after successfully completing target of disbursement of SR's emergency cash, has set a new target of over 16 million beneficiaries. Chief of Army Staff says with support of our resilient nation, all efforts of enemies aimed at destabilizing hard-earned peace achieved through sacrifices will be foiled. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops, in their fresh act of state terrorism, martyred 3 more Kashmiri youth in Anantnag, Islamabad today. In Bangladesh, 25 people, including several children, have died after a ferry capsized near river port of Sadarghat in Dhaka. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says people have given Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government the mandate to eradicate corruption from the country, which requires immense patience. Addressing a dinner hosted in honor of members of allied parties in Islamabad, he said reforms means a battle against status quo, and this process is not easy in any part of the world. He said no power can defeat as long as we are sticking to our ideology. He said the people have great expectations with us. The Prime Minister said struggle has never been a smooth sailing phenomenon and there are ups and downs in achieving a great objective. The National Assembly today passed the Finance Bill 2020, giving legal effect to the budgetary proposals for the next fiscal year. It was moved by Minister for Industries and Production, Hamad Azhar. The amendments proposed by the opposition in the Finance Bill 2020 were rejected by the House. It is a tax-free and relief-oriented budget with a total outlay of 7,294.9 million rupees. As far as the budget documents, gross revenue receipts have been estimated at 6,573 billion rupees. The development expenditure outside PSDP has been estimated at 70 billion rupees in the budget. The total federal expenditures are estimated at 7,137 billion rupees, with a budget deficit of 3,437 billion rupees, which is 7% of the GDP. The size of public sector development program for 2020-21 is 1,334 billion rupees. Out of this, 676 billion rupees have been allocated to the provinces. Earlier, taking the floor, Minister for Industries and Production Hamad Azhar clarified that the government has not increased the sales tax on petroleum development levy as petroleum products. He said their prices have been increased, keeping in view the upward trend in the international oil market. He said mafias in oil, sugar and flour will be brought to justice. The government has successfully completed the target of disbursement of SR's emergency cash among 12 million beneficiaries. This was stated by Prime Minister's Special Assistant on Poverty Alleviation and Social Protection, Dr. Sania Nishtar, in a tweet today. She said in view of the success of SR's emergency cash program and people's needs, the government has set a new target of over 16 million beneficiaries. In Karachi, Pakistan Rangers and police foiled a terrorist attack on the building of Pakistan Stock Exchange this morning and killed 4 terrorists. According to details, the terrorists tried to enter the building of Pakistan Stock Exchange using latest weapons and hand grenades. However, timely action of the security forces thwarted this plan. 5 persons, including a police officer and security guards, were martyred, and many others, including a police officer, were injured. A huge cache of arms and ammunition was also recovered from the terrorist's car found near Pakistan Stock Exchange building. President Dr. Arif Alvi and Prime Minister Imran Khan have condemned the terrorist attack on Pakistan Stock Exchange building in Karachi today. In separate statements, they said members of the law enforcement agencies courageously took on the terrorists and foiled their bid. They said the entire nation is proud of the valiant personnel of the security agencies. The President and the Prime Minister also sympathized with the family members of the martyred security personnel and prayed for the early recovery of the injured. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa says, with the support of our resilient nation, we will foil all efforts of enemies aimed at destabilizing hard-earned peace achieved through sacrifices of our martyrs. In a tweet, he paid glowing tributes to the security guards of Pakistan Stock Exchange who sacrificed their lives in the first responders vigilantly checking terrorist entry to PSX and foiling a major terrorist incident. The Army Chief appreciated the law enforcement agencies for their operational readiness and lauded the prompt, effective, and integrated response of Pakistan Rangers and Sindh Police, eliminating terrorists in shortest possible time. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. More than 3,500 new coronavirus cases have surfaced in the country over the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 2,06,512. These include 74,778 in Punjab, 80,446 in Sindh, 25,778 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 10,376 in Balochistan, 12,643 in Islamabad, 1,442 in Gilgit-Baltistan, and 1,049 in Azad Kashmir. The death toll from the virus stands at 4,167, with 49 deaths reported over the last 24 hours. 23,009 corona tests were conducted out during this period. 95,407 patients have so far recovered from the disease. The number of coronavirus cases across the world has surpassed over 10.2 million, while the pandemic has so far claimed more than 5,04,985 lives. The United States tops both in number of cases and deaths, with over 2.6 million cases and more than 128,438 deaths, followed by Brazil with over 1.3 million cases and more than 57,659 deaths. Over 5.5 billion patients have so far recovered from the disease across the world. Meanwhile, China has reinstated a strict lockdown near Beijing, affecting around 400,000 people after a small surge in cases. The restrictions have come into force in Anxin County in the province near the capital. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 3 more Kashmiri youth in Anantnag, Islamabad today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youth were martyred during a cordon and search operation in Runipura area of the district. The Indian authorities suspended mobile internet services and blocked all exit and entry points of the area. Meanwhile, the Kashmir Chambers of Commerce and Industry, in a statement issued in Srinagar, criticized the Indian authorities for adopting a new policy with regard to mining, saying it is against the interests of the Kashmiri people. The KCCI said recent bidding for mineral blocks in the Kashmir Valley had clearly indicated that local stakeholders were sidelined. A case under sedition charges has been registered against a prominent Kashmiri businessman, Mubin Shah, for his posts on social networking site Facebook. Palestinians and the international community have condemned the U.S. peace plan as a violation of international law and a threat to regional stability, urging the UN to recognize a Palestinian state on the 1967 borders. A senior member of the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's Fatah movement, Sabri Saddam, said that Palestinian leadership has not taken a decision to dissolve the Palestinian Authority that was established in accordance with an agreement and based on international guarantees. He warned that the fall of the PA would be inevitable as long as Israel tries to abort the chances for peace, confiscate Palestinian lands for the settlements, and prevent the people of Palestine from achieving independence and freedom. The Israeli government is planning to annex more than 30% of the West Bank, including the Jordan Valley, from Wednesday. In Bangladesh, 25 people, including several children, have died after a ferry capsized near the river port of Sadargarh in Dhaka following a collision with another vehicle. The ferry was carrying 50 people on board. And finally, the weather report. Mainly very hot and humid weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected in Islamabad, Upper and Central Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Northeast Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Kashmir. Light rain and drizzle is also expected in coastal areas of Sindh, including Karachi. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.